Hey Noah, why'd you put the, I beg you to give me a ticket exhaust on it?
I didn't.
Would you cut it out? It's noisy.
It can be louder.
It can be louder?
It can be louder.
You don't need it no louder.
No.
Look, have you watched the video? Have you seen any of the video?
Yeah, you talking about let me do the first start?
Oh, I'm not gonna let you, I'm gonna make you. Alright.
That's an ugly car.
Come on now.
It needs to be chopped.
I thought you would love it. So,
Yeah, I like it. It's cool.
everything old school.
Oh, the dash is awesome.
Yeah, it's typewriter dash, push button. So, it's one of the things you need to be careful of when you're doing the first start, because you don't need it to start accidentally in gear, and the fluid in the transmission looks really good. So, make sure you stand to the side of it and chalk the wheels just to make sure.
What kind of motor is that?
Slant 6. The Leaning Tower of Power. That's what they called them.
Really?
Yeah. We don't know what for sure this one is. We know it's not original. It's got 5 freeze plugs. But if you look right here, there's a bracket. See this bracket right here?
Yeah.
That's the coil bracket. There's bolts right here. If you take them bolts out, there's a little pad right there that has the writing on it, or has the letters on it that actually tells. We can find out exactly what it is.
Okay.
But run through what you're gonna do.
Take the cap off and look at the points.
Well, first thing, of course, check the oil, and then you probably will hunt up a battery and see if we can get it to spin over. What's it look like besides the dipstick tube coming out with the dipstick? Taste it and tell me what year it is.
It's full.
It's full. Yeah, that's the first thing to do, get a battery, and let's see. We don't have any keys, but you can cross the starter down there, solenoid. I checked the engine. It's not turned over, but it's got a weird sound when you turn it back and forth, like the starter might be engaged. It's probably been on there for 50 years. So. All right. Okay. Noah's got a battery in it. Now he's going to turn it over. All right. Run around there, Noah. I'll show you which one. You said it's a weird one? Okay. You got power coming in on this one. So it's going to be this one to one of the small ones. And from the looks of it, it's probably the one next to it. So cross from here to there. If not, it'll be from here to the other side.
Okay.
All right, try the top side. Nothing either way.
Mm-mm. That one looks like it's been arced on over there.
Well, if you go all the way across, that's going to do it to solenoid, and then it's going to pull your draw through your wire. Just try it once real quick. Don't hold it on there enough. See if it does anything.
Nothing. Oh.
Nope. All right, let's try. So we may have a solenoid issue.
Let's
All
make
right,
the
let me
wire
check
get
it out
right
here. Okay, so we got a bad solenoid. So Noah, in the hardware store, top shelf on the right side, you'll see a box about the size of that solenoid. There's a brand new solenoid in it if you want to get it. That way we don't heat it up too much. But it did turn over when I went all the way across. We'll say, don't sound bad. That belt is going to smack Noah in the head. I might have him get rid of that. Alright. So that don't sound bad at all. So, like I said, the carburetor is stuck. So we're going to have to get that freed up. And then, wait a minute. It moved. It ain't moving good, but it's moving. As long as we don't bend the throttle shaft, we're alright. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, we're gonna be ready to race this thing. so. If you can get some fire to it, I'm betting it's going to fire up. Don't sound bad at all. I was worried about it because the starter was engaged or whatever. I think on this thing, I'll probably have him pull the cap. We'll get the rotor button facing somewhere where he can remember it, maybe up toward the engine or something. And then just pull the distributor out and we'll go through and fix it. And before the day's up, we're going to get that off and see what engine this actually is, what year it is. Looking good so far. I think she'll be a runner. See these bolts right here? One on each side. Will be 7/16. Take your wires off. These got plug-ins, but we're not going to worry about these right now because we're just going to short it across. And take your wire off your relay from this inside right here. Try not to mess with it down here at the starter. That way it don't twist out and break our solder joint in there.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good though, turning over. I got the carburetor unstuck, so. Clean the points, get some power to it, it'll probably start right up. Did you see this belt, Noah?
Yeah.
Think we ought to cut it, or you want to take a chance on it hitting you in the head?
That belt still got 100,000 miles left on it.
That's what I figured. It would be nice to, I mean, if it happened to hit you in the head, I mean, I'd have something to laugh about anyway. Look at the dirt in the pulley. This one definitely hadn't been started in a long time. Yeah, it ain't gonna take long for that belt to break. Hey Noah, anybody ever tell you look like a 61 Dodge Lancer? Woman's gonna be coming back for that car here in a little bit to drive it home, so you gotta get everything done.
Yeah.
Her name's June Cleaver. You know who that is?
No. Do you?
Yeah. Did you ever watch Leave It to Beaver? No. Maybe it was before your time. Well, I know it was before your time. You should at least watch the reruns of Leave It to Beaver. Every kid should watch that. The problem with you kids, daggone Pokemon and...
Nah, I never watched Pokemon.
What did you watch, Ninja Turtles or something? Did you run around with a cape and a sword?
Yeah. I used to watch reruns of He-Man.
Reruns of He-Man?
Sometimes.
Oh boy.
Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Did you ever watch Little House on the Prairie?
We watched it in history class.
In history class?
Yeah.
Holy moly. Alright, now cross it again.
To the first one?
Yeah, try the first one first. Try that one. Oh, there you go. I hear you got a problem now. It started to, but you got an issue on a battery terminal or something. Try it again.
That spark from right there.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just try it again, see if it kicks in. Okay, I don't like that. Now crank it over again and watch this dipstick tube. Yeah. Our dipstick tube is broken off. We don't need it hitting no crankshaft. All right, crank it again and see if it works like that without hitting anything. All right. You know what's next? What's next?
Check the points.
All right.
There's a hole in the side of the cap.
Is there? Cool. I like holes inside the cap. How did you get a hole in the side of the cap, Noah?
I don't know.
Well, guess what?
What?
I think we got a brand new cap for one of these in the hardware store. What we're going to do is we're going to turn the motor over until that rotor button's pointing in a particular direction that you'll be able to remember, like straight toward the engine, up.
Okay.
And then once we do that, take that one bolt out of the distributor, take the wire off and the vacuum hose off, and we're just going to pull the distributor out, and then we'll get the points cleaned and all that. Because I may have points, but the point is reaching down there trying to do it's going to be a pain in the butt. Talks. All right. Okay, you got everything off?
Yeah.
Should be able to turn it and slide it up. Of course, unless it's stuck. You have to try to turn it first and get it to turn. There you go. You have to turn it and pull and wiggle. There you go. And remember, don't turn the engine over at all while you have it out. That way you can go back in right. Perfect. And the points look kind of bad. All right, we'll see if we got some. If we don't have them, we'll clean them and put them back in. That's weird because it looks almost like a mouse ate it.
Yeah, from the inside.
From the inside, that's about impossible, but that's what it looks like. Weird. Yeah, they're dirty as can be, ain't they? Let's go up and see if we got some. All right.
No, it's not.
It's the same. All right, we may have looked up with a set of points. Just make sure they don't get grounded out anywhere. Let me try to hold them with a screwdriver. There you go. Tight. That's good. We'll see where they need to get adjusted at, but when you adjust them, you want to adjust them. You see the little lobes on here?
Mm-hmm.
You want it to be on the high side. They didn't show you how to do points in Autotech?
No.
Did he ever mention the name points?
Mm-mm.
It's just terrible. Just snug them, don't tighten them, just snug it. I mean, don't even really, just to where you can still slide the points. Okay. All right, now I want to show you something. You see this slot right here?
Mm-hmm.
And this screwdriver? See how I'm moving it?
Oh, that's cool.
That's what that's for. So you want to snug it a little more until it'll slide. And then what you want to do is get it on the lobe. And once you get it up on the lobe, you adjust this gap exactly what you want it to be, which we're fixing to figure out what we need. But probably somewhere around 18, 20 thousandths. So, all right. Okay, we got the distributor back in. We got the new cap, rotor button. And I did pick up some new spark plugs, so just in case it don't fire up pretty quick, we'll change them out. We're going to try it with the old ones. You should be able to see a place on that distributor tab where that thing was set. You just try to put it back where it was. Turn the distributor until you get it back where the same spot. Is that where it was?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let's turn it up a good ways. Alright, get your vacuum vans hooked up in wire, and then we'll change that cap up. Okay, so we're going to try to stay clear of the belt so it don't kill us. And we got a feeling when it starts it's going to go. And I know everybody's saying, won't you cut it, won't you cut it? It'll be all right.
Ready?
Yep.
It was running by itself there for a minute.
Yeah, I'm hoping that starter's going to kick out. That's the noise we're hearing. All right. Uh-oh. All right, folks, back to the hardware store. We've got a coil, and it says 66. Well, that's Plymouth. Let me see Dodge. What does it say? 56 to 71. So I think it'll work. We're gonna have the entire hardware store cleaned out here just to start this one. The coil that was on it, as you can see, is oily. It was leaking oil, and we just done it in. Okay, we don't know what year it is, but we're assuming that the 225 means it is a 225 slant 6. So it's ought to be a race car. Alright, so Noah replaced the coil. Kicking out. Good. Kicks out after. Good. Pull the starter off now. Let's see what we got jiving down in there. Okay, we got something rubbing in the back there. Noah's gonna pull the starter off and see if we can figure out what it is. Besides that, I think everything else is okay. So far, so good anyway. See nothing in there yet. Alright, we think we found our problem. The cover's bent. Far enough, no?
It should be.
Should be.
I can't get it.
Alright, we can let it down, try it. Don't be spitting at me. Alright. Okay, while we was working on the car, Noah found this receipt, and if you remember right, the car was off the road by 89, the third month of 89. But here is a receipt for an engine, a 225 Chrysler engine, one sold, and I can't see the list price on it, but the sale price was $776, and with tax of $38.80. And everything, the total was $814, and it looks like that he paid $414 and the balance was $400. So I hope he went ahead and paid the rest of it. But anyway, second month, second day of 1988. So this was bought, the engine was bought in Greensboro, North Carolina, which is near where I bought the actual car. So evidently this is going to be a pretty new engine, a year old maybe at the most. And so now we know why it's got a 225 in it. They definitely put a replacement in it. So, and from all I can see on this, with it being from the company that it's from, this wasn't a used part sales. This was a, okay, remanufactured engines. I see it now. I didn't look at that before. So it must have been a reman engine, and that's what they charged for it. In 1988, it would have been 814 bucks. So, anyway, now we know. All right, folks. Noah has made this a roller now. We've officially got tires on it. Got 2 hubcaps on this side. Still missing 2, but anyway, running good. And I think what we'll do is probably tomorrow try to make it where it'll move and ease it up the driveway, hopefully without crashing it, so Noah can pressure wash it and make it look a little bit more presentable. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do from there. But it is a runner, and we'll have to tear the carburetor down and clean it and get our temporary tank hooked up. I'm going to check and see if the fuel pump's working on it, and probably just hook into the fuel pump with a temporary line. Anyway, I think it's going to be okay. All right, Noah, you got anything to say? Got anything smart to say?
It was ugly at first, but it's growing on me now, I guess.
It's ugly at first, but it's growing on him. He said, he actually, when I pulled the hubcaps out, he said, damn, he said, even the hubcaps are ugly. So, I don't know. I guess it's looking a little better now that it's got some tires on it. So, we'll figure out what happens tomorrow.
It needs to be lower.
Oh, he wants to lower everything. All right, appreciate everybody watching. Till next time, bye.